Salutations, my lords and ladies. We are back again. Yes, it is your movie connoisseurs, but we have a special guest. But before I introduce both of them, I got to talk real quick about something. Y'all know how we like to do a little synopsis, a little quick introduction to what we're talking about. So, first things first, if I got any NASCAR, any Formula One, any Grand Prix fans in our viewer list, hands down, you're going to enjoy this video that we're having for you today because we're going to be talking about the movie F1. Hands down, it was a movie about just speed, going fast, really pushing in that metal, enjoying yourself. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Please, please, please go check it out. Especially if you love all things to do with racing, especially if you love all things to do with speed, especially if you love all things to do with that mortal vehicle, 100%. Go check it out because you know it's about to be spoiler filled and it's going to come in soon. So just prepare yourselves. But anyway, these are my boys. We got on the left.
What's going on?
And we got on the right.
Emperor of Melodies, yo, what's up?
Our surprise guest because he's going to drop some F1 Formula One knowledge on this video today. But without further ado, you already know we're about to be talking about F1. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Let's get after it. First things first, for my two gentlemen here today, my constituents. What do we think about the movie? I always like to ask that first. Machi, I'm gonna center it to you first. What did you think about F1? How'd you feel?
I like the movie. I think it was a very good movie, especially in the filmmaking and direction sense. I'd have to give it around 7.5.
Okay. Dane?
I said I really enjoyed the movie as well. Found it amazing, looked even better, and yeah, I'll say I'll give it a. Just for the pure experience of like car driving fast, like it brings that pretty well. I give it an 8 just for that experience, but I'll go more into that later.
Okay. As for me, I did enjoy the movie. Me and Machi did do a double feature, my viewers. We did do a double feature. We saw Jurassic Park, which we have done, which a video is coming out for that soon. But we also did F1 the same night. So I did kind of fall asleep a little bit in the movie. But that's not because I didn't enjoy the movie. That's just because I was tired. But hands down for because I did get to see a lot of the movie. Only I think a couple of minutes I was kind of knocked, but then I woke up because thankfully those two whacked me back into consciousness. So I was able to fully catch everything. I enjoyed the movie. I feel like just the pure essence of loving what you do was really just profound in that movie, especially for Brad Pitt's character. 100%. What was his character color again? Sonny Hayes. Absolutely, in my opinion, I feel like he really showed what it feels like to just really love what you do to the point where you don't even care at the end of the day what's going on. You just want to be behind that wheel. You just want to keep grinding. You just want to keep going. I'm also happy to see Damson Idris in it too. I was just really happy to see him also because I love him, love Snowfall hands down. So I would give this movie, in my opinion, I would say a 7 out of 10. It was definitely what I was looking forward to, and I was glad that the audio where we went to go watch the movie was just peak condition for it because it just made it so much better. But now to the second question, favorite character for both of y'all. Of course, we're gonna start with Machi again.
Sonny Hayes.
Okay, Sonny Hayes, and why?
He was a real delight to see on screen every time he was there. Really funny character, by the way.
Okay, I got you, Dane.
Oh, Sonny Hayes, Brad Pitt did an excellent job of just conveying the emotion behind that character and what he would probably experience coming back all the years trying to prove he can still do it, and what happened was just a mistake and just a setback that although they didn't give him another chance, he could still perform at a very high level, and he's this subverting expectations is what his character was all about, and I feel like he embodied that really well.
For me, I would go 2 characters. Of course, y'all both said, Sonny Hayes. I did enjoy his just legit love of the what would you call Formula One and stuff like that? Because is racing like a sport? Oh, a sport. Okay, yeah. So, um, his love of the game, his love of the sport, he fully brings that out in the character Brad Pitt does, and Sonny Hayes just you can see it, especially we get close to the end where like Ruben. I think Ruben. I'm just gonna call Ruben the manager of the team, the manager of F1 team. Because they kind of offer, not even kind of, they do offer him to like stay on the team, and he's like, nah, I got something else to do. And he's like, he goes on to this like desert like land area with these like different kind of vehicles. He wants to like start racing for them. I can see that he's like a racer wanderer, bro. He just races wherever there needs to be a racer, wherever there needs to be somebody behind the wheel. And I love that for him. He's just like that vagabond. Like he's just going out because it's not really about the win. It's not. He doesn't care what people think about him. He doesn't care about the social media aspect of it. He doesn't care about even like the victories and everything like that. He just wants to race. He wants to drive. I mean, he does care about being the best because he does say in the movie that like that feeling where like it's like no other, where like at that point when you win, you know that at that point you're the best of the world. But at the same time, he just really loves being behind the wheel and just going for it. So I really appreciate that. But also Ruben's character, I love Ruben. I like characters, especially that just see something in a character that the character doesn't even see in themselves and wants to bring that out. And just like, I love a person that like knows how to just work a team and then bring everybody together. And that's just like who Ruben was. Javier Bardem's character. I just feel like both of those characters are like really detrimental to the movie, in my opinion. 100%. Now, these are some questions I have for you, Dane, going forward. So, especially with, I remember at some parts in the movie you were teaching me some things and going into some just like knowledge and some facts that like I didn't know about it myself. Like for instance, like how you said that like in real life, like F1 racing, there are a lot of chances where Joshua and Sonny Hayes would have been like disqualified.
Yes, I can go into that.
Yeah.
But first,
All right.
quick, detrimental isn't the word you want to use. Detrimental means causing harm. So.
My bad. I think. Wait, what was that? What? I'm thinking of a different word. Then. For it. I meant like they're really important for the story arc itself. Sorry.
Influential.
Yes. Beneficial. Sorry, it was beneficial. My bad.
All good. Yeah. So like.
All right.
This thing, right? So the whole movie, especially the first parts of the movie, is like him intentionally causing crashes to bring out the safety car, which is slow down all the racers, and like as some people will pit when the safety car comes out, like to get new tires and everything. So they would like Joshua Pierce would just like stay up for a little bit longer to like just get that little bit of an edge going from like just like slowly move up places. Once you keep the pace, it'll be good. Problem is, one, they're discussing that on open mics. So the thing is, the F1 stewards could hear that, and then the whole team would get disqualified because they'd hear them talk about intentionally crashing and see them cause intentionally crashes and what it's called, and just for their goal wouldn't align, and they'd get disqualified because it happened back in 2008. It was like a thing where somebody's teammate crashed, so their teammate could get first place, and that like caused like a huge scandal, and a lot of people were fined, a lot of people were fired, and that wouldn't fly at all. Because one, discussing openly, and two, it's just you get penalty points if you crash as well. So like Sonny Hayes would probably be disqualified because listen, the points and what they're causing, they look at him and be like, oh yeah, this guy's a repeat offender. So yeah, he's got to go. So yeah.
Okay, I got you. Another thing I have to ask you about is because there was some other stuff you were kind of teaching me about the film. I don't remember it fully, but I just wanted to like, is there any kind of knowledge that you have going forward that you would definitely want to tell our viewers, like right now, if anything, like any questions they might have going forward, like maybe just like how, like for instance, how does like the whole team essence work? I always thought that in F1 it's just like you are running for that like one like team. Like I didn't know it was like a double kind of situation where you can have like multiple people racing with you. Or it's like I know that at some points, especially like the first kind of race that Sonny Hayes does, it's like a tag team kind of situation or like a relay race kind of thing where like they take turns racing for the team. But then in, like when he starts working with Joshua, it's like Joshua and him are both on the track. So I thought that was interesting. Like, what's the difference between those two kind of races? Where one is like y'all take turns, and the other one is like where y'all both on it. Like I feel like that's a question I would like to learn about.
So what Sonny Hayes is doing at the beginning of the movie was a 24-hour race, an endurance race, right? In Porsche car. So it's kind of similar to like one of the most popular endurance races is Le Mans, 24 hours Le Mans. So how that works is you have multiple drivers and you have one car, and that one car, it's based on like how the drivers place and all, they race as long as they can. I think it's like 6 hours, 5 hours, depending on how long the driver can like mentally stay focused and based on what maintenance they need to do to the car. So that was the first race they're doing, 24 hours of Daytona. It's not as popular as Le Mans, but it's still a really, really important, really cool race to watch. You know what I mean? It's like something you watch straight through is like you kind of check like on and off, and then you like wake up, check it,
Yeah.
maybe like working, you checking and stuff like that. Versus F1.
No, I got you.
This one is a different team sport where there's 2 cars and 2 main drivers, and there's like backup drivers, mostly like from the racing academies that they have. Just in case like the main driver can't race, or they want just a different setup with another driver. So like I know. So sometimes you see, I don't know, but mostly for they didn't show it as much in the movie, but qualifying, like, and especially practice, like first practice, they normally might have like one of like the junior drivers like go out just like test the car in like first practice. So like, and then that way they have like, oh, maybe this setup will work a little bit better. Then we'll have the main driver come on. So there's 2 main drivers, right?
No,
those 2 main drivers basically like basically there so they can score because they're the best drivers. They score the points, and the difference like so F1, right? It's like points for it. Those points, you know, you get basically like first 10 positions get points. That's the goal. The most points you get is first place to 15. And then
got you.
Yeah, so that's basically, and then the teamwork that you have in F1 is like since the cars are closer together, they can like use different strategies. That's what I know McLaren is doing since 2025. Like McLaren's like leading the constructors and the what's called individual driver championships. And they can work as a team, like ensure that they have in place. Your other teammate can like slow down a little bit if necessary to what's it called, help like Lando or Oscar like get a better position. Because something like that would be like what Apex GP could do was making use of in the movie. So yeah.
I got you. And then last thing I want to ask you before I head back to just a group kind of discussion is just I remember at one point you said they also referenced another thing that has happened in F1. I think it was pertaining to like the crash that goes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know one of the most, there's a couple like very big pivotal crashes in F1. Sonny Hayes' crash was based off of the crash of Martin Donnelly during practice at a Spanish Grand Prix. And basically, like what they kind of did was like they kind of like fit the scene like around Sonny. Like it was like basically almost 1-to-1 of what the crash happened to Martin Donnelly. But I know the one like when the car was on fire and him coming out the fire, like the car on fire was Grosjean, I believe, in like 20. I think it's 2020. Let's see. And then his car, but he lost control of his car and it went into the barriers and like caught on fire. So everyone thought, Romain Grosjean, right? So his car like flew like into like the barriers and like stuck under there, right? And also due to one of the newer implements in F1 cars, which is like the halo they have on there, like protected his head because before then they didn't have a halo. So if that halo wasn't there, his head would have been snapped clean off. So that's one dub for like one good thing. Bro. Yeah, like that halo has like brought, it saved a lot of lives. Like you look a lot of crashes that people probably would have died without the halo. But then again, like the car was on fire, everyone thought he was dead because they just saw the fire exploding and everything. They didn't see him like start to like struggle to get out the car. I see he's like trying to grab onto everything, like the metal railing is like really hot, so he like burned his hands like a pretty decent bit. Lucky he could still use them and everything, but like it took a lot of surgery to get that like back to working, normal dexterity and everything. But yeah, him coming out of that car was like a really, really big, like it was relief.
But thank you for the information. I appreciate it. All right, back to full circle. I do want to go back to Machi. So Machi, I know I always just make sure to ask you, like going forward, like how did you find like the acting? How did you find the cast? Like how did you find their dynamics? I want to ask you that. Like give me a little yap session real quick. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
So the acting throughout the movie, was very solid, right? You got some really good actors going on throughout here, right? There was no, I would say, bad performance at all throughout this movie. Right? I think everybody was pretty strong. It really goes down in terms of the narrative being showed here, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a very simple kind of story, right? And a lot of the tropes it uses throughout the storytelling are very, like, you'll notice it immediately what they're doing here, right? Especially the whole love story between Sunny Hayes and Kate, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly,
Would you
just
say
not
that,
to get
like,
into big spoilers right now, because as we go throughout the movie, it'll be more prevalent.
Yeah, no, I got you. Just I wanted to ask you just one more thing real quick. So like, out of everybody in like the film, then who would you say like really brought it home for you for this movie? Because you said it was really good. So like, who really brought it home for you out of everybody for this movie? Like Brad Pitt, Damson, Javier, like who?
It would be Brad Pitt, definitely.
100%.
Being
Okay,
that
got
he's
you.
the star, he really showed why he's the leading role of this movie,
Mm-hmm.
which was really cool. Throughout his whole performance, he was very strong throughout. There was never a point where I'm like, yeah, it's too much Brad Pitt.
Yeah, no, I got you. This is what I want to say going forward for this film, in my opinion, because I definitely appreciate both you and Dane giving y'all 2 cents on like what I definitely wanted to know, and just especially because I feel like the viewers are gonna really appreciate Dane's knowledge, and then just like Machi, your views, especially for like the acting going forward, especially if they want to check it out. For me, the thing that I really want to bring to light is definitely the dynamic between Brad Pitt and Damson Idris, because I think they did a good job of showing like just how sometimes it's hard to work with a teammate. It's like especially like somebody that like because they both are strong racers. They especially like Damson Idris, he's like the young rookie just coming in now for APX, and like they're really just trying to figure out like what can he do, like how's it gonna all work out. They really want to win because the team is about to get like legit viewers, the team is about to get canceled, like all the funding and stuff like that is about to get taken out, and they're about to cancel the whole team. So it's like this is a really big moment for Joshua. And then like Sunny Hayes comes in, he's like whoa, y'all bringing in this new like guy, like this like old head, and then like I don't really know how to feel about that. And then they have like they're butting heads because they both know that they're good racers. You know, when you have like two MVPs, they just start butting heads because they want to both be like the guy on top, the man with the plan, the full on just like head driver. And it gets in like those kind of like immature crashing segments, especially Dan was saying that there were a lot of times where they could have gotten just like kicked out of the entire like league and stuff like that. But I think in particular I really want to bring up, I think it's like a beautiful like message, is sometimes you gotta take yourself out of the whole competition, take yourself out of the whole ridiculousness, the whole the infighting, the whole measuring contest, and then just get right down to like you together, you want to win. And that's what happens like the very close end of the movie. One thing in particular I really love is I love the use of sound, 100%. I love the use of sound in films. Like when a director or the studio or like whoever, even like I guess the sound design and the editors and every stuff, when they use sound in creative and interesting ways, that is what I really look forward to. That is what I appreciate. And top tier, the scene where, because Sunny, a big thing what Sunny says to Damson and everything is that like don't worry about the whole social media, all the newscasters, everything like that. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at the end of the day. You're here to race. You're here to be the best. Let everything go and just do what you came here to do and race. And at that point where the sound and everything just vanishes, and it's just Brad Pitt locked in, Sunny Hayes is just racing, just being his full self. I loved every moment of that. It was pure cinema at that point, because it was simple. Even Ruben, Javier's character, right? Because like his team asked him like, what is he doing? He's like, what does he say? Does he say he's racing, or like he's what did he say he was doing?
He's flying.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like he's flying. Yeah, he's flying. And at that point, you see him like he's just swerving in and out. He's merging. He's doing this. He's doing that. It's like man was in the zone, legit the zone. He achieved that. And then at the end, he gives. I'm not even gonna say he gives the win. He takes himself out of the equation and pushes Joshua, Damson Idris's character, to be the winner at the end of the day. He lets him get the win. And I loved every second of it. That was really them coming together. That was really them taking themselves out of the equation and just doing what they came in to do, was racing. I feel like that full aesthetic is what, in my opinion, I feel like what maybe a lot of F1 racers feel. Like they just like, because especially any kind of sport, no matter how hard it is, no matter how frustrating it is, no matter who you meet, no matter if you don't like your teammates, no matter if you don't like your coaches, at the end of the day, you're doing this because you love it. You're doing this because for some reason, that one sport that you do brings something out in your soul that you just can't keep contained, and you're addicted to it. And I love seeing that in Sonny Hayes' character, especially with the sound situation, and at the end where you see him going on into the desert to try this different form of racing. I think that's just a good example that just sometimes when you're just doing that sport, you can't help but love it. Especially like when you just crack something, where you finally just like get into that zone. It's like nothing else matters. You're playing, and it's just the love of the game. And that's just what I wanted to say going forward. Closing statements for both of y'all. Anything y'all would like to say?
I haven't even gotten into it.
Yeah,
So-
facts. We got some more things to say.
Well, we kind of close. Okay, so maybe all right. So Machi, what do you want to say? What are some more stuff you want to say then? I want to hear it.
So very much the use of the tropes throughout this movie.
Yeah.
Right. So first of all, you come into this movie, it was super apparent that Sonny Hayes and the only female like directive on this, on the whole team, they were going to be a thing. I really liked the way they progressed their story and the way she made him cooperate with everyone else. Right?
Yeah.
The whole thing of he wants to fight, needs her to make him a car so that he can fight and do better in the racing. She is like, I won't give you that until you place. Which was really cool, and it really showed the strengths of these characters and what they're all about and where the line is between them and all that. And especially when it came to their little love story they had, which didn't turn into a full thing, more like a fling, right? And that was really cool. I think it was really nicely paced about the movie. And especially funny when their boss,
Mhm.
his name,
Rumen, or are you talking about
when
like the
he
guy?
comes in
Yeah. Okay.
at when they're in the hotel, and he's all like, "Okay, where is he?" And it's her hotel room. She's like, "How dare you assume he's just here? But he's here." Yeah, that was really cool. I really like the comedy of it all. through
I
that,
got you. Yeah.
especially when it comes to the relationship between Hayes and Pierce, right? Throughout the whole movie, it's very much this thing of, I'm not gonna let like you said, there's this old gentleman in here, I'm not gonna let him upstage me throughout the movie. But it's after he gets Pierce, he hits that accident and he's on fire, and Sonny Hayes pulls him out, right? And he comes back, and you think maybe this is it. Maybe this is where he's gonna start respecting him a bit more, right? Listening to him a bit more. But immediately, he goes back on his worser qualities, and he crashes with him, right? And
Yeah.
he starts acting real childish
Yeah.
because he doesn't understand it yet. And it's not until he goes ahead and he starts really just picking and copying in a way, because he's learning from Sonny Hayes. He starts copying him, especially in the regiment.
Yeah.
You see Sonny Hayes. You see in the beginning of the movie, Pierce. He's got all this technology to help him get better. He's on the treadmill. He's got himself all these wires on him to check himself all the time. He's got the reflex button machine, just going at it, right? But after the crash, right, he starts taking a page out of Sonny's book. He's not on the treadmill. He was outside in nature running, right? He picks up the ball thing Sonny Hayes does, where he just does it. Because now that you've gone through such a traumatic experience of going through a crash, sometimes it's not going to be better for your bones to try and do these other things that are kind of hard. So let's do something simpler that's also effective.
Yeah.
Really cool to see, and especially when he goes in the simulator and he sees, if I listened to him, I would not have crashed.
Got you.
And he
That's
learns
actually
patience.
a really good
there.
point.
And he picks up on what Sonny Hayes says about media. It's all just noise. Just focus on driving.
Exactly. No, that is a good product, especially like bringing up the whole car like getting made, especially for like what he was requesting, everything like that. So to get back to what was the crappy call? Like what did they call it? Was it like the shit box or something? Was that what they called it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, the shit box. Yeah, then getting like the new car, and like they're about to like, I remember like later down the line, it was about to be the point where like the car that was actually made by, it was made by Kate, right? Kate made the car, right? Yeah. It was when like the Kate's car was about to get taken away and they're about to be flagged for like cheating and stuff like that. And I was like, that's crazy. Like seeing, I was like, whoa, we need this car. Like we need this car to go forward. And then like just like going back to your point of just like how like those whole like sorry, I'm messing up a little bit, but like just those whole like interactions and how like big they mattered, especially just like the immaturity and then later down the line learning and growing as a person, and then like also just like kind of referencing back to my point of just like when there's like the social media and like letting all that stuff get in the way, that's all noise. At the end of the day, you're here to just do what you love. And like I appreciate that much. I really do appreciate those points going forward. What about you, Dings? I know you said you also had some stuff to keep going with.
The thing I wanted to get to is the director and the what's it called, composer. The director, you know, he hasn't directed a lot of movies, but everything he's done, he's always in immersiveness, right?
Yeah.
Because his name is Joseph Kosinski, right? Most recent movie he's done beside this is one movie. It does F1 is Top Gun, right? Top Gun is like
that makes sense.
And he's also done Tron as well, so you can see like
that
perspective shot and like showing you the speed of the vehicle and immersing yourself, so that the moviegoer and the viewer can immerse themselves in what the characters are experiencing. He's like, I think he's really big on that. So I can say, I've liked both his movies, and I've loved like how much the sound is always good, and like just showing the pure speed and like how much it takes to like move the vehicle that the old piloting or controlling, right? So all the scenes in Tron are like very, very, very well directed, and like those just, and also you did Oblivion as well, so like you can tell like how much he's in like into like perspectives and everything. So that's the thing I'm really a big fan of. As a really big praise of F1. And also he needs no introduction. Hans Zimmer, he's done a lot of good movies, especially the Lion King score. He's done Pirates of the Caribbean, Christopher Nolan Batman. And it's just like his score in this movie was really. Also, he did Dune too for one of his more popular recent works. But like, the score of this movie was amazing. The F1 beginning F1 song was always hype, and then I feel like his music always hit the right moments. You know, I feel like he went a little bit more off his style, like getting parts of the movie, but like as it goes like more further on, you can see his more of his style like creeping through at the end. But yeah, his score was really amazing. There's a lot of stuff. He added a lot to the movie. Like when it needed to be noticed, it was there, but like it was in the background when like it you don't need to, when just the action went to accentuate the scene. So I was a really big fan of the soundtrack as well. Also, the cars sounded amazing. But also another thing too is like both drivers weren't driving F1 cars; they're driving modified F2 cars. And so it's a little bit slower than an F1 car, and it's like it takes a little bit more. What's it called? It's not as direct as a true F1 car would be. But both of the drivers got a chance to drive the F1 car. But I think mainly in the practicing, they're both driving that F1 car. And then there's also a video on the F1 channel of Brad Pitt driving the actual F1 car instead of the F2 modified car. I think he drove the McLaren from 2023. So
yeah,
2023. And then so it was it's cool to see like how much Brad Pitt's personally put into this role, like how much he truly cares about the sport, and he's gone was definitely told in his acting, showed in like how much work he's put in, how much he truly knows about the car. You can tell him pushing on the track, like it was a fun. We'll link it down below with what's called the Brad Pitt drive along, but it was definitely a fun watch. You know,
100%. I got you. All right. Then last thing I just want to say is that okay, I'm gonna ask you both like last thing y'all want to say to our viewers is I got something I would like to say, and then good point, editor. You've heard what Dane said. Definitely link that in 100%. But going forward, so Machi, anything last thing you want to say to the viewers?
I say definitely take this opportunity to try get into other things. Because personally, for me, cars isn't my entire thing, right?
Yeah,
I have watched a bit of racing movies throughout my life, right? I can really understand the sentiment that you have to love what you do to do such a dangerous kind of sport and activity, right?
Mhm.
And it's really nice to go watch these movies like this and really see that message be pushed through to an audience. And even if you don't like cars, you can still get this message that this kind of movie is portraying
Yeah, you can still
through
appreciate
the
it.
emotions of the sport.
Got you, Dane.
I say, yeah, the emotions. That's what Lamarcus saying. Like the emotions behind the characters and what they feel in each moment. Because although basically F1 team, if they're not good, they're not gonna get sold. They're expected to not be good. I know Cadillac's going into F1, like for
Mhm.
next season. So they're not starting to have like really fast cars yet. So they're not gonna get sold just right away after 3 years to build that car
Yeah.
up. But that's besides the point. But what I'm saying is that like even just seeing what these drivers experience and how the actors portray like the falls and everything of just driving and like not being able to succeed, although you're all talented and just like willing to keep pushing on so that you can make a name for yourself was definitely a really big point in this movie, a really good point as well. Movie as well. I also suggest maybe if you want to see a little more F1 racing, it's not quite it's a little bit more exaggerated in certain parts. A lot of F1 races are definitely provide some of that entertainment value. You can like it's a good thing like, to watch a movie and then want against F1. I feel like it should introduce a lot of people to like the F1 series of racing, like just the racing in general. I know I love racing. I've been loving it for a long time. I also want to be able to drive an F1 or Indy car, something like that in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, just definitely check it out. But definitely just don't be a fan of Ferrari if you're going to join F1 because that's a lot of pain
Well,
and
damn.
suffering. Well, because it's like,
Hey, teaching them right, bro. Because it's making sure they know, bro.
I don't know, man. Because like they're like one of the more older teams in F1. But
Yeah.
for the past like what like couple almost like 20 years, like 20 years, like 20 years, like they'll have a car. Like let's restart 2021. They had a good car. 2022, I think. Yeah, 2022. They had a good car. Then they just like the upgrades just like killed the car. And you're just like, they just don't. I don't know what they're cooking, man. Now they have like two really good drivers, and then it's like they just can't do anything with it. I don't know. No, just don't be a Ferrari fan. Just
I got
avoid
you,
it as
man.
much as possible.
And as for me, my dear viewers, I just want to say going forward that I 100%, because I do agree with Machi, I'm not really a big car person myself. That's why I made sure to bring along my cousin Dane with us when we went to go see the movie so he can give his own 2 cents. I know he knows a lot about it, but I did really enjoy it. I was surprised how much I was really into it, especially just like the sound and everything like that. I love like just the speed, the essence of speed just going forward, especially the times. I feel like the really big thing for me, viewers, was definitely the crash, because at that point I was like, whoa. I at that moment I legit thought that that was it. That was over. Like he was not gonna come back from that. And that's like how the movie was like gonna get closer to ending. And then bada bing, bada boom, the man rises from the ashes, and I was like, whoa. And that locked me in. So hands down, my viewers, I really, really, really hope that y'all will put in the comments how y'all felt about the movie F1. If y'all love F1, what's your favorite team? If you're a Ferrari fan and you're suffering just like my cousins, just let us know in the comments. And I hope that you really enjoy this movie. If y'all haven't seen Gran Turismo yet, I would go check that out. If you haven't seen Top Gun, the second Top Gun, I would definitely go check that out. Or even the first, if you haven't seen the first Top Gun, I would definitely go check out that too. But as of right now, it has been the F1 movie review. I am the Connoisseur. We got, and we also got
Emperor Melodies.
100%. We will be doing more and more movie reviews going forward. We love y'all. Thank y'all for hitting us up and sending us y'all messages in the chat. We appreciate it. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
See y'all.